Hey guys, so this is my third crack at trying to give you an update on my midday video. One of the things I just found out today is that if somebody tries to call you in the middle of one of these videos, it shuts the video down. So I wish I could say that I think the calls were from admiring fans and family that wanted to just check in on me, but I have a feeling it was from admiring businesses that haven't quite got their monthly payment yet and they're wondering when they're getting that. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update about a few things. Right now I'm about 8 to 10 miles outside of my destination for the night. I'm going to a town, I thought it was called North Versailles, like it is in France, but here they call it North Versailles. So I'm about 8 to 10 miles outside of that. I haven't gone as far as I think I would have liked to today, but there's reasons for that. So the day started when I got dropped off by my host Mike and his son Max, where they picked me up yesterday so I could pick up my journey where I left off. But a local reporter had caught wind of my journey and wanted to come out and meet with me, so she did. And that took a little bit of time. I certainly appreciate Renata's interest. It was really sincere, which was neat. I don't know what the story will hold, but it was nice to speak with her. And then as I started to get off on the journey, the first rain of the day started. So I kind of hunkered down and did my book portion of the trip, which is a daily part of this journey for me. And then Renata's photographer called me and said he'd be on his way out. He wanted to take some pictures and videos. So Shane came and met me, and to his credit, he probably walked a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles alongside with me taking pictures and videos. And then to boot, he had to walk back to his car. So I really appreciate him and his efforts. And then not too long after he left, the rain started again. I have 2 ponchos, and I put one on my backpack, one on me, and started to head for some shelter. And this is kind of funny. So I got underneath this overhang at a store called the Balloon Store in Jeanette, PA, and just as I did, it just downpoured. It just let loose crazy. So there I was, but the store had windows that were kind of blacked out, I thought. Normally, whenever I stop somewhere, even if it's a business, I walk in and just let them know who I am and what I'm doing, so I don't think I'm loitering or anything like that. But being it seemed to be closed down, not closed down, but that he couldn't see me, I didn't do that at this moment. And I was on my phone and I was talking to my followers and all that good stuff. And after a while, I wanted to see maybe they had a soda machine in there. So I went inside there, and what I found out the hard way, not the hard way, but is that it wasn't blacked out. They could see me the whole time. You know, like, yeah, we were trying to read your shirt and see what you were doing. So I explained to them what I was doing, and Tony and Christy were great, really interested in what I was doing. They gave me a couple of waters and gave me 10-15 minutes to talk. Stay dry, stay cool, charge my phone, and then the sun came out as it is now, and I headed out, and it's kind of a bit of a steam bath right now. So, but here's something, someone has to explain this to me. I have 2 ponchos, I'm doing this, man. They can't take up more than this much in the little plastic bags. But I take them out of these plastic bags, and now I fold them up in there about the size of, if you've ever seen me wrap a Christmas present, you would know what I'm talking about. But my bag keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day, and it's the same exact stuff. I just don't know how to fold things properly. So maybe somebody can help me with that someday. But anyway, one thing I did want to give some credit to, and I really believe this to be the case, when I had some folks visit me this past weekend, my knee had been bothering me some. You may have heard me whine about that. And they brought me, I heard of these copper fit sleeves and stuff. I'd never worn one, so I asked for a copper fit sleeve. So they brought that and socks. And I can tell you this, honestly, I put them on today, and I have walked with as little pain as I have at any time since the journey started, for sure, maybe even before that. So, you know, Copperfit, if you need an endorsement, you know, come see me, I got you, because the socks in particular, as much as the knee brace, not the brace, but the knee sock, has been unbelievable. So maybe it's just that I'm walking on flatter land, maybe it's just that I've healed a little bit. Whatever the case, I don't think it's coincidence. I think this stuff is awesome. So somebody asked me about that, if there's any endorsements or anything like that. So I'll tell you, Copperfit, Brooks sneakers, Diet Coke, Monster Energy, what else do I partake in regularly? Kit Kats, M&Ms. Anyway, if you guys want a celebrity, not a celebrity, you want a non-celebrity, like a Z-list celebrity, I'm your guy. That'll endorse your product for you. But But hell, who am I kidding? If it'll pay my mortgage, I'll endorse just about anything, I guess. So anyway, I just get off track there a little bit, trying to be funny, and it's not. So anyway, I kept walking, and I got up to this is a really neat story. So I got up to a Sheetz convenience store, and I'm dripping wet. And I can't tell you, the feel of a dry hat and a dry towel when you're just dripping wet is such a nice, pleasant feel. So I came in and I bought my Diet Coke. I just mentioned Diet Coke to you guys, right? So I'm kind of, I have a diet, a strict diet I'm on. It's called the Diet Coke and Kit Kat diet. It's a Diet Coke and Kit Kat for breakfast, a mini Kit Kat for snack, a Kit Kat Diet Coke for lunch, 2 mini Kit Kats for afternoon snack, 2 Diet Cokes and a Kit Kat for dinner. And so that's about my so I am eating healthy, Mom. I know you're concerned. But anyway, if you drive by me and you want to throw Kit Kats at me or Diet Cokes, I'll take them all day long. But anyway, I got the Sheetz. I bought a Diet Coke, and there was a little bit of a hole up on the line, and some of the folks came up to ring me up and ask what I was doing, and I gave them my card and shared my story with them. And I just sat outside here where I am right now on this very table, charging my phone and getting myself together. And I kid you not, about 5 minutes later, one of the young ladies came out and said, "Hey, my manager and I would like to get you lunch." And I hate to refuse it because it's about humanity, even though I'm not that hungry. But I said, "I really appreciate it. It surprised me." And they gave me a sandwich and a vitamin water and a regular water, some apples and some cheese. So it's just really, people are fantastic. I couldn't thank them enough. And I asked them to come out and take a picture with me. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but they did. I think I already posted that on my site, so hopefully you see that. So thank you to all of those folks for doing what they did. Just a couple of quick updates going forward. So as I said, I don't have a place yet in North for Sales to be stopping, but that's okay. We'll find a way. We always do. In fact, you guys should go play that song right now. Go play "Find a Way" by from the Good Lie soundtrack. It's just a great song. I put it on here already once before. But tomorrow, I'm really excited about tomorrow. Personally, this is for me now. There were a few moments when I planned this journey that I was really looking forward to. One of which was going to the Flight 93 Memorial, and I've got that crossed off the list. The other was going to be in Chicago, which I still am looking forward to. But kind of the reason I was looking forward to Chicago is the exact reason I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I really do want to have an impact and commit some kind of social change if possible. I just want people to think, point the thumb and think or listen to others before they act. So I've been out of touch with the news a little bit, just what I see on my phone, but I know in Pittsburgh recently there was a situation where we had another unarmed person that was shot by police. I'm so ignorant to the news, this particular story. I don't know if this person was shot and killed, just shot and injured. I don't know if they were fleeing, if they had a weapon, didn't have a weapon. I just know that it's caused protests out here. So luckily I've gotten ahead of schedule, and I'm doing the Pittsburgh tomorrow, and I may have a contact in Pittsburgh for the night, but I'm going to be able to walk to kind of the general area where this took place. And I'm really hoping to meet and engage some folks and sit down just like a table like this and have the video playing. And I want to hear people's perspective, because perspective, as I said, is reality, right? So I can't make any kind of opinion or observation without understanding different sides, and I want to be able to talk to folks and give them a platform to share both sides of the story. I may strike out and miss, maybe nobody wants to talk to me, I don't know, but I think it's an opportunity for me and something that I want to share with my kids, that you can talk about difficult things with people as long as you treat it with respect and dignity, and you shouldn't be afraid from a topic. Again, the politically correct movement there'll always be some people hating, there'll always be some people loving, but you just got to do what's in your heart. Landing Kira Grace, do what's in your heart, and if you want to go talk to somebody about a topic, do so. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow for myself, and if it goes as I hope it might, I might be able to share a lot of this with you guys, and as I said, maybe offer you guys some perspective in a way that you never thought of before, and maybe it'll give you a moment to pause and point your thumb and say, I didn't really think of it that way. So anyway, that's my hope tomorrow, and that's going to be up in the east side of Pittsburgh, and I hope I get up there by midday or so, and I'm not looking to do 20 miles tomorrow. I'm ahead of schedule. I don't have to do 20 miles. I think where I'm going to be is probably going to be about 8 or 10 miles away, so that'll be plenty to walk up there. And again, I want to spend, you know, a good significant amount of time meeting lots of people and hearing their thoughts. So that's the future there. I will keep you guys updated tonight. I'm drying out now. Again, special shout out to the sheets here. I don't want to say the exact locations. I don't want people getting in trouble. I don't know what they're allowed, not allowed to do. Chick-fil-A gave me a sandwich this morning. They didn't have to. You know, thanks to everybody. It's just been a lot of love out here. There was one real ignorant thing today, but I'm not going to focus on the negativity. But it really just shows you again how kind of crazy people are. I did share in one of my posts an email I got over the weekend, which meant a lot to me. I don't know how many of you have read that, and if you did, you know, read it again. And it's kind of neat when you realize, and this is not just me, but this is everybody. There are people we touched in our lives 25 years ago, 20 years ago, that we don't even remember or realize that we did it. And then to have somebody come out of the blue and just say, hey, you don't maybe remember doing what you did, but this is what it meant to me, is really, really, it's such a enriching, endearing feeling. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Anyway, so stay tuned for tomorrow, guys. I love you, Kira, Graceland, and I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are staying dry. I think it's raining back where you are today. I'll keep you in touch with everything like that, and that's it. Oh, I did want to share one more thing with you. So I did get an email today from somebody, and this was kind of neat. And I don't say this for the negativity, but apparently, as I mentioned earlier, the AP must have picked up my story. It's been being blown up in all these smaller newspapers. Well, I got an email from a guy that basically said, hey Jim, you know what, I really respect what you're doing. I'm a single dad of an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I hate to tell you, but people really do suck. He's like, you know, the toughest job is a lifeguard, because a drowning person will step on your head and do whatever they can to survive without any regard for any help you're willing to give them. And I don't think he's a lifeguard. I think he was just using an analogy, you know, or a simile, or whatever you want to call it. But I really appreciate his honesty, because, you know, I want to be Opie from Mayberry and say there's all this good in the world, and keep your spirits up, and, you know, believe in faith or whatever, you know. But I'd be a hypocrite if I did that, because, again, literally just 9 days ago, I took this journey because I felt exactly like he did. And, you know, while I'm not saying everybody should do what I'm doing by any means, I'm hoping that I come across as genuine enough and sincere enough that to those people that feel like he did, the people that felt like I did, can identify with me, can identify with him, and maybe put, you know, kind of live vicariously through me. So, you know, as I come across these wonderful people that I've met, these nice stories, these small gestures, these large gestures, you know, maybe they can start to get a little bit of I guess, a little bit of dullness to their edge. Maybe they can polish their edge a little bit and soften it, so that they can start to see some of what I'm seeing out here. So that would mean a lot to me. But I really do understand, and not only understand, I lived it. I understand his pain, his frustration. But that's the kind of feedback that I welcome, guys. So that's a little bit for this afternoon. I'm gonna rock and roll here now. Get back out on the road. Love yous all. Stay tuned, and we'll talk soon. Okay, Grace, Kira, Landon, Little Luna, and also a lot of folks have been reaching out, asking me how they can contribute. There's a GoFundMe page. Several people have donated to GoFundMe. Thank you for that. Again, I don't want it to be about me. I want to take it up further to these two amazing charities I want to help. I do have shirts for sale. If anybody wants a shirt, they can go on the website and order the shirts, and we'll get those out to you as well. But that's about it for today, guys. I hope to talk to you tonight. I hope I'll be up in North for sales, and I'll have some good story about where I'll be staying tonight. Love you all. Take care.